Well, Bears fans, as if this season couldn't have gotten off to a worse start, we might have just gotten the worst news yet. Let's break it down. I'm Harrison Graham. This is Chicago Bears Now. Jaylon Johnson is out indefinitely, per Adam Schefter and Courtney Cronin. We bring you this breaking news here on a Monday afternoon. Here is the tweet from Shefty just a little bit ago. He said, Bears Pro Bowl cornerback Jaylon Johnson is out indefinitely with a groin injury. Sources tell him and Courtney Cronin. Team is still evaluating the full extent of the injury, whether surgery is necessary, and how long Johnson will be sidelined. Johnson exited the second quarter of the Bears' loss to the Lions after sustaining the injury, breaking up a pass, yada, yada. He missed all of training camp with the groin injury and re-aggravated it. He is now out indefinitely, and obviously the surgery aspect of that is the key note there. Schefter also wrote in a little article write-up that Jaylon Johnson made a driving pass breakup, laid on his stomach while receiving medical attention. After a brief visit to the injury tent, Johnson went back to the Bears locker room. The cornerback initially sustained a groin injury while training during the offseason and later told the Pivot podcast that he tore his adductor off his pelvic bone. I mean, could you talk about a brutal start? I don't think you could have written a worse start to the season for the Bears. Seriously. Like, it's one thing you're 0-2 against two NFC North rivals, but now you just lost your best player maybe for the season. You blow week one against Minnesota. You get blasted in Ben's return to Detroit, and your best player might be out for the year. I mean, I don't know the timeline, but surgery on a groin, I would imagine that's at least 2-3 months at least. I mean, I can't imagine that's some quick recovery. I mean, he missed what? He got injured at some point in July. We don't know exactly when because they don't have to disclose that, and didn't return until mid-September. That was 3 months. If he has surgery, I think he's out for the season, if that's the case. And even if he doesn't and he rehabs again, you're probably talking like November at the earliest. I mean, you're in major, major, major trouble here. And we're going to outline that because the options they have currently aren't exactly up to snuff, if we're being completely honest. I asked it on the postgame show. I'll ask it again. Are the Bears cursed? I mean, Jesus. I mean, in all seriousness, like, I don't believe in curses, but it's like, it makes you wonder sometimes when you see this stuff. It's like, what did Bears fans do to deserve this? It's remarkable, man. Yes or no? Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so what now? Because assuming Jaylon Johnson misses, let's call it extended time. He's going to go on short-term IR minimum, which is 4 games. Again, I think it's going to be longer, potentially even season-ending, especially if he has surgery. What can the Bears do? They do have 15 games to play here. I mean, you can't just pack it up and go home. Well, let's take a look at how some other secondary members played in that loss to Detroit yesterday. Clay Harbor with the notes from PFF. Kevin Byard, who was really bad, 26.1. PFF grade. That's pretty horrible. Nahshon Wright, pretty bad, 29.4. Tyrique Stevenson, horrific as well, 29.8. Nick McCloud, 41.8, as he's had to fill in for Kyler Gordon. Don't forget that. He's been out. We don't know when he's coming back from his hamstring injury, and if he does come back, can he stay healthy? Hammies, though, those can linger all season long. And by the way, Tyrique Stevenson, who I don't want to say I gassed him up, but I was optimistic about him in this Dennis Allen scheme, getting him with Al Harris, just hitting the reset button. He's only allowing a perfect passer rating when targeted. He's been targeted 8 times this year. 7 have been completed. It's just not – it's not what it needs to be. Now, where do the reps where he's not getting targeted, how do those factor in? It's like, doesn't matter, man. If every time they throw your way, you're just cooked, it's just not good. And the bottom line is yeah, I was cautiously optimistic, and it's 2 games in. Maybe he turns a corner here. But to me, he has not recovered since the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary. I mean, this is a guy, the second half of his rookie year, played like a dog. And I mean that in a good way. Had a lot of momentum going into year 2. Was up and down to start, but then the Jaden Daniels thing, he is just not mentally recovered. And, you know, he could say what he wants and that, yeah, that's something we don't even need to discuss anymore. The bottom line is since that, he has been one of the worst corners in the NFL, which is, again, second-round pick for Ryan Poles, looking like another whiff. Your healthy corners right now are Tyrique Stevenson and Nahshon Wright. I would imagine at least in the short term, those are your two outside starters. Nick McCloud probably going to continue to play nickel. Maybe you give Josh Blackwell a look there if McCloud continues to struggle. Jaylon Jones, who you brought back after cutdown day from Arizona, maybe he's a guy you take a look at on the outside. But, I mean, this is thin pickings, man. Like, you just do not have viable options. Would any of those 5 players start for another team, for another healthy secondary? Tyrique's talented, but like the way he's played the last almost year now, I think the answer is no. I don't know every team's cornerback room in the NFL, but Jaylon Johnson and Kyler Gordon are 2 very good players. If they're both healthy, you can get by with having a not great CB2. Well, now you're not great CB2, whether it's Tyrique or Nahshon Wright, doesn't matter because they both have to play, and your nickel is hurt. I mean, you are in a bad way, especially if Kevin Byard's truly over the hill, too. That's a problem in itself at the safety position. Now, we still are going to go live this afternoon. That is the plan, so stay tuned, subscribe, turn on notifications. Don't know exactly what time. This obviously threw a wrench into our kind of timeline today. It might be closer to like 3 or 4 o'clock Central Time, so keep us locked in. If you turn the noties on, you'll get a notification when we're set to go live, so we got you covered. Good news, bad news. We break it down for you guys. That's how it works. So we will be with you every step of the way. I think the Bears are going to have to sign a corner. And, you know, you obviously don't want to spend major money or use major assets, but I don't think you can just roll with what you got. Like, especially if Jaylon's going to miss extended time. Let's call it at least 2 months. I don't think you've got the horses to compete in the secondary right now. So I think they're going to have to sign someone. We'll explore 3 names coming up here in just a moment, but I do want to take the time to shout out our sponsor. That is Prize Picks. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. It's great to have football back, even if the Bears are struggling. I've been cashing out on Saturdays, I'll tell you that. Need to do a little bit better on Sundays, although I did hit yesterday. The way Prize Picks works is simple. You pick more or less on stat projections for 2 to 6 player lineups. If you get your lineup right, you can win up to 2,000 times your money. Prize Picks is also the inventor of the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. I've got a 4-player lineup for tonight's doubleheader. Give me the more on Baker Mayfield's passing yards. I got more than half a touchdown pass for C.J. Stroud as well. That's a goblin pick, which lowers the overall payout because it's a little easier to hit there. Ashton Genty, I like him to find the end zone. Doesn't matter if it's rushing or receiving. And then I took the less on Justin Herbert's passing yards. $20 entry to win $140. Again, certain lineups you could win 2,000x your entry. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use our code CLNS to get $50 in the lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS. To get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. How can the Bears make this right in their secondary without Jaylon Johnson? I mean, obviously, before looking at these free agents, you hope Kyler Gordon's back soon and can stay healthy. That would help a lot. He may not play outside corner a ton, but maybe in base downs you'd kick him out there. Here are 3 free agents that I want to explore. Number 1 is Stephon Gilmore. Played in the NFC North last year for the Minnesota Vikings. Had some good moments. Did not finish the year particularly great. He is 35 years old, so he is older for a corner, but he did still have 9 breakups a year ago, 13 and 11 in the 2 prior seasons. His coverage grade per PFF last year, 60.4, so average-ish. But like, would that type of play be better than what you currently have? You could certainly make that argument. He at least knows what he's doing. Now, he's past his prime, but he knows the division. He's played a lot of ball. He's played in a lot of different schemes. Brian Flores runs a lot of man coverage and aggressive mindset stuff, so you would think that would at least be a somewhat decent fit. Would Gilmore want to sign up to play for this team at his age? I have no idea. Maybe not, but that is a name that is out there. Kendall Fuller. We had Kyle Fuller here for a long time. Kendall played decent last year for Miami, I thought. Only played in 11 games, but had 7 breakups. It was a bit of a surprise. Roley, who covers the Dolphins, as you guys know now, he was surprised by this cut, and he's even more surprised that he hasn't been signed up to this point, but that's 42 pass breakups over the last 4 years. He gets his hands on a lot of footballs. He's still only 31. Coverage grade 62.4 last year. So again, kind of average, but not bad. Again, it's September. There's not going to be some Jaylon Johnson clone available in free agency. But Stephon Gilmore and Kendall Fuller are two guys that you could do a lot worse than, in my opinion. And then lastly, a big name is Asante Samuel Jr. We'll talk about why this one isn't as viable here. Last year played in just 4 games, was dealing with a neck and shoulder issue, which cut down his season significantly. Obviously, his first 3 years with the Chargers, he was not like a lockdown guy, but a very good player, CB2 type. He did have neck surgery in April, which pushed back his free agency timeline. There was initially a date in July for a checkup that he was hoping to pass some benchmarks. He did not. The latest update from Jeremy Fowler came on August 26th. He said he's scheduled to undergo a CT scan in October to ensure successful spinal fusion. At that point, he will look to sign with the team for the second half of the year. Several teams have kept in touch. So, A, like spinal fusion, neck, like that just makes me kind of squirm a little bit. But B, from a practical standpoint, like at the earliest, he's going to be cleared in October. You still have 2 weeks left in September. Sure, you have the week 5 bye. I mean, I guess like maybe you could get him in here week 7, week 8. But like if you're going to sign a guy, you got to sign a guy like now, or at least by like week 6, right? Maybe you get through these next 2 games and you bring someone in during the bye week. But Asante Samuel's not a realistic option because A, we don't even know if he's going to be able to play this year, and B, if he is, at minimum, he's at least a month away. So I don't view him as viable as Stephon Gilmore or Kendall Fuller when it comes to trying to get someone who can help you in the short term. Do you, the Bears, need to sign a corner? What say you? Do the Bears need to sign a cornerback? Type S for sign, P for pass. I think they do. I mean, maybe you give it this week and see how Stevenson and Wright perform, but I wouldn't say we've seen enough to say that they, at least both those guys starting at the same time, is that great of an option. So I'd be looking to see what's out there if I'm Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Chicago Bears Now. Hang in there, Bears fans. It's tough right now, but we will be here every step of the way. We'll be live with you guys here in a little bit as well. So, again, subscribe and turn on those notifications. See you guys then. Bear down.